This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers the Movie Studio Series Bumblebee. This version is supposed to be more closely related to the animation model used during the '86 movie and, of course, the series at that point. I also got him on sale. On the side of the box, we just see a close-up of his face, screaming. On the side, we get a close-up of him kind of running, screaming, which is the same picture on the front, too. On the back of the box, we see the product shots, Bumblebee holding a gun, and of course his vehicle mode. Just go ahead and open him up. I think B here is going to win the prize for the most boring background, as this looks like it's just the inside of Unicron. Although it would have been cooler if they put the vat of acid that they were dissolving all the robots in. As mentioned in the Ultra Magnus review, basically Ultra Magnus came with a gun that was basically the same as Bumblebee's. Slightly different, maybe a little more stylized because it's larger, but you know. Lower the camera. So, Bumblebee looks pretty good. I mean, he does look pretty accurate to the animation model. At least on the front. The back, they did the best they could. There's not a lot of kibble hanging around like some of the other Bumblebees we saw. Like, if you saw the Masterpiece one where he had those giant-ass things on the back of his feet. Unfortunately... Wait a minute, that's weird. Alright, so let's just say they did a piss poor job painting the yellow on the side of his glass there. You know, they should have molded it in yellow and painted it black. That would have looked much better. Because, like, look back here, okay? This is molded yellow painted black. But for some reason, this part is black painted yellow. And then they have another piece up here. I don't know, maybe there's some reason for that in the transformation. I don't know, but we'll find out in a little bit. So the head is on a swivel, actually. Let's see. There does seem to be a ball in there, though. But it looks like... Oh, it has to be a ball joint because there's nowhere for the swivel to go in there. All right, so the head is on a ball joint. Spins around. You get a little bit of down and up, but not much. A little side-to-side action. His hand can lift up and down. He's got a bicep cut. Single hinge at the elbow. And we do have the spin at the wrist, which is something we haven't been getting with a lot of Transformers lately, it seems. He can hold his gun just fine. Can I just say for the record, thank God they didn't give us that stupid effing bazooka again. I am so sick and tired of that accessory. Let's see. We do have a spin at the waist. No ab crunch. He can kick out that far. He can kick forward that far, and he can kick back that far. We have a single joint at the knee. We can do a 90 on that. Not easy, though. We have a hinge here, and the rocker is actually up just above the foot. I mean, I guess technically that's still the ankle, but it's not our usual kind of rocker position because, you know, usually it's like something near the bottom of the foot that actually does the rocker. Also, here's kind of interesting to note. The wheels don't seem to push up on him, but this little flappy thing that folds in there is what keeps the wheels from being straight on the ground and allows him to stand without rolling too much. Although he can roll in robot mode. Kind of like those women who do that dance where, you know, they make the really teeny tiny steps so it looks like they're gliding. Anyway, That's it for the articulation. Now let's see if we can transform him. Aha. Maybe not aha. Hmm. There you go. That's Bumblebee's transformation. No. Jeez. All this stuff is like in super weird positioning. Like. Wait a minute. His knees have a front, don't they? There we go. I didn't even notice that on the articulation that his knees bent forward. I thought for sure his head was going to tuck into here somehow. The head only goes up like there. These two parts connect like this, so somehow... But Bumblebee's head's getting in the way there. Oh, shoot. Actually, this little black thing's gotta go all the way up there, too. Now that I think about it. Oh, what am I doing? I mean, look at this. I basically got Bumblebee fully transformed. I just can't figure out where his head goes. Is the head on... Oh, okay. Head's on a separate piece. That's why. There we go. Doesn't really appear like there's any real tabs, though, that hold him in properly compressed. I also don't see a spot to actually store his gun. Unless it's just one of those cheap-ass... No, it's too big to fit in there like that. Oh, never mind. Because robots in disguise carry their firearms on their trunk. Honest to God, it's kind of sad that he rolls better than Ultra Magnus did. But it's not a bad design. I guess it more or less looks like the animation model. There still doesn't seem to be any particular reason why this had to be black plastic. So I don't know why they just didn't do the whole thing in yellow and paint the windows black. But I guess the black plastic and the black paint do match up pretty well in the back there, but I think it would have looked better the other way. And this looks like it's a separate piece, right? You can see that line there from the rest of the torso. So if that needed to be black, that part could have been black, and the rest could have been painted, could have been yellow painted black. So to me, there's absolutely no reason for this portion of the figure to be black. Because honestly, the way that yellow looks on there, that stands out way too much. I don't like it. But let me know what you think in the comments below. First off, what do you think of the actual design here? I do think the actual animation looked a lot more like a VW bug than this thing does. They gave it a valiant effort, but didn't quite pull it off. But it is compact the way Bumblebee was in the series, so that's probably why. Of course, the original toy was also compact. The other previous Bumblebees that we've had, the ones from like the War of Cybertron trilogy, like from Earthrise, they did have the VW Beetle design pretty spot on, but they were longer also. And Bumblebee was a smaller, compact vehicle in the original G1 toy and in the cartoon. So this does fit that. It just... not the best looking thing ever, but at least his robot mode looks pretty good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look at this Bumblebee. Transformation wasn't too bad. It's one of those funny things, though, where you don't quite see like the one thing you really need to. Like, I could not tell when looking at it that Bumblebee's head pulled forward like it did until it just got to the point where there was no other explanation for where his head was supposed to go. Which I guess it's not too bad that that's not obvious, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying. Because I do like to try to transform my Transformers before I look at the directions. The destructions. But we got through this guy all by himself without looking at the time. So, thanks for watching. Peace and love.